Not a scientist. I'm not an expert in footballs. I'm not an expert in football measurements.
I don't want anyone rubbing them, putting any air in them, taking any air out. To me, those balls are perfect, and that's what I expect when I go.
I can't show it on the football. It's so goddamn hard about holding on to it.
8:25. It's go time. We got to hurry up and finish this show so I can get ready for my next draft in my couples league with my wife. My wife, Donna, already asked, what are we going to do about the draft being during dinner time? I told her, let the boy watch. That being said, tonight we wade through some of the gems and landmines in rounds 9 through 12. Stacks, you ready to start drafting every night for the next 10 days?
Yeah, let me just say.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah, it's a very intense time here in the Simpson family household, and just the drama that we have behind the scenes trying to schedule a live draft with some of our league mates, because we're like, I can't do tomorrow. I got to draft. I can't do Saturday. I got to draft. Sunday, drafting. Sunday night, also drafting. Monday, possibly drafting. Tuesday, definitely drafting. Wednesday and Thursday, 100% drafting. So, I can't complain. It is the best of times. I'm drafting right now. I'm live in several drafts, slow drafts, not fast drafts. We got one going right now, Analytics League. I'm the 12, you're the 1. We're on different sides. So we're putting our own kind of advice into action right now. And we can talk about a little bit of that and kind of how our builds are going later in the show. But dude, I'm super excited. It is the first day of school where I teach, and my daughter is first day of high school. I put her on the bus today and sent her off to the wrong high school. So, yeah, your boy Scotty Stacks not batting 1,000. So hopefully my fantasy football takes a little hotter sending my daughter to the wrong school. But I think a parent jumped in, got the call. The bus actually went. They made a mistake. It wasn't me, but whatever. A not great start for that. But fantasy football wise, I feel like I am crushing. I'm getting my guys. I'm building the teams that I want. You've done the same. I saw you got a couple of your guys. Cortland Sutton, we talked about him last week. You got him. We talked about Travion Henderson. Got him. Talked about Isaiah Pacheco. Got him. Talked about Lamar. Got him. So we're kind of practicing what we preach. I'm really, really excited this week to get into 9 through 12. It's league winners. Before we do that, though, let's pay the bills here for Joe Bond. Go to you got to go to fantasy6pack.net and in there put in F6P pods to save 15% on all memberships over at fantasy6pack.net. And also, we're promoting Fantrex, the most customizable free platform to play on. You can do anything you want, right? You can get kinky if you need to. It is free college football. That's what I'm talking about, kids. Come on, keep your minds out of the gutter. Froton, shout out. College football season started last week, and I saw all the bros online getting really excited. So go to Fantrex, do your thing. With that being said, draft season, you opened it up. How are you feeling right now? Are you just tingling all over, or is that the meds kicking in?
I like doing these slow drafts. I know this is the first year I've ever done redraft slow drafts. I think it's fun. It's enjoyable. For me, it's perfect to set up for this coming onslaught of night after night after night, because I really am locking in on, okay, these are my guys. I'll draft this guy in this round. And I think Bose is going to be a slow draft as well. But yeah, every night I think I might have 1 or 2 nights off, but it's on from here on out. So
yeah, it's a very good time for the Empire. Let's just put it that way. I've got no complaints. The wife, though, she's not too happy. I'm not gonna lie, as I've been letting her know.
We have your crab cakes on Sunday. Is Cakes going to come to that?
I don't know. Now, Jamie says only down to 53 slow drafts. I mean, you got to cut down. It's cut down day tomorrow in the NFL, right? You got 53-man roster, 53 slow drafts. I mean, some practice squad drafts maybe, but yeah. Say that question again, because I got sidetracked by Jamie.
I was just wondering if you were going to actually get cakes at your house for the.
I don't know. Well, so here's how it works, right? He will come if he's not balls deep in the poker tournament that he's always winning, right? And
Yeah.
so that's the problem. He's such a good shark. He never gets out on the first day. And so he's always in the second day. So my guess is Zach will be in there for him, but hopefully we can get a Cakes appearance. He came 2 years ago and 3 years ago. So he's been there several times.
That'd be cool. It'd be good to see him. So
Yeah, if you don't
I watched a clip of them the other day trying smelling salts. It was so funny. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, dude, it was so
Gotta
great.
watch
It
it.
was classic junkies, man. They all, have you ever tried smelling salts? Who's tried
Yeah,
that?
actually, I had it. I have. I had it about a month ago when I started passing out at my doctor's when they drew blood.
Oh,
and
I think you did tell me that.
And I was like snorting them like there was cocaine. I was like, come on, man, do your stuff, do your magic. And it helped a little, but it didn't. Like, I've seen everybody else go, oh, shit. Like, oh, like,
Yeah.
I was like trying not to pass out, like deep inhaling it. Like I broke it and I went, and I was like getting the goods. But no, what happened with the junks?
Well, is what you said. Everybody did what you see everyone do. And they made me want to try it. Yeah.
We should get some on the show. It's not illegal here. The NFL's making it illegal. Let's get some smelling salts on the show for next week. Going into week 1 in the NFL. Let's bust them out, man. I'm down.
Yeah. You want to do it on the show, just like the junkies. Just copy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it was funny watching live reactions to people who have never done it before. I've seen them do it on Joe Rogan too, different people, but I've never. The way the junkies did it was just hilarious. They all had their own little unique reactions to it, but they all made me want to try it. Like there is something weird about the way that they were describing it, where they were like, it's undescribable. The feeling is undescribable. I was like, maybe I should try it.
Hey, how about it? All right, well, I'm going to look into it. Amazon exists for a reason. Break the smelling salts. We're into rounds 9 through 12. And so what we're going to do is we've kind of breaking up and segmented chunks of players in these rounds. Guys, you're going to maybe batches of players you're going to kind of come up against. And maybe not all of them are going to be available, but this is kind of where the ECR has them. So we have been in drafts, by the way, Emeka Buka-Fire, Bill Brasky or Bill Kraske, whatever the joke over there with the football guys is, or the footballers, sorry, the fantasy footballers is. And but they're flying up draft boards too. Like, Emeka Buka's in the 6th round. And so I told you last week we should have talked about him because he is so in Emeka Buka gone, not in these rounds. He's just on fire. So is Bill. We'll talk about Bill today. He's supposed to be in the 12th round. Yeah, right. That's a joke. That's not going to happen. So we'll mention those guys. But we're going to break down kind of where you should go and how you should build and the players we're targeting and we're building. From round 9. So let's jump in with some viable league-winning potential quarterbacks right now, right? So we've waited on QB. If we didn't go Lamar or we didn't go Josh or Jayden or one of those top tier 5, that's kind of what we were talking about, the top 5 or dive. We've been diving, right? And so now we're about to dive into this pool of QBs. I've heard all of them heralded by different people. I'm going to read through the list. I want you to tell me, who are you braiding, first of all, and then give me a couple braids and then give me a couple fades. Okay. And maybe they're all fades, maybe they're all braids. I'll let you decide. But we're going to go in order of their ADP. So we'll start with Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Caleb Williams, Drake Maye, and statue himself, Jared Goff. Tell me who you braiding, who you fading.
I like how we did Justin Fields and Justin Herbert at the end of our last show. And I think Justin Fields is still technically in the end of round 8, but they're all
together. It's a plethora.
So this is the turn, and I said last week that I like the Justins. I'll tell you what though, out of this list, my favorite is Justin Fields. To me, is the most tantalizing. Okay, just the upside with the rushing. He is struggling in camp. I think he is the riskiest play out of all of them, but the upside is tantalizing, right? So it depends on my build. Like, if I waited on QB and I know I got studs, I might roll the dice this year on Justin Fields. That being said, he might play for 3 weeks before he gets benched. We don't know what's going to happen with our guy here. Okay.
I don't think he'll get benched, but I mean, on your bench, maybe in fantasy is what you're saying. Like until you can't ride him and start him anymore, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they're even trying to trade Philly for their backup quarterback right now. Like it's scary times with how bad he's been. Like I've heard different things with Justin Fields. Like, he's kind of loved, but he just is doing what he's always done throughout his career, is make amazing throws and then make really bad throws. So he's not accurate. But the rushing upside, fixes all of that for fantasy purposes. So if he stays on the field, I think he's going to be solid, and he's going to be one of these guys that's going to have those boom weeks that'll win you games. But that being said, I love the other Justin too. I feel like he just got slept on again. But I think his ceiling is more capped because of the offensive scheme that they run. To me, the guy I'm most interested in is the 12th QB off the board, Jared Goff. Man, I really love Jared Goff this year. If I'm going 0 QB, I think I might just wait all the way to get Jared Goff and then pair him up with a Scrubini down the list, right? Like, he last year, all the offensive weapons that he has, and you got JMO now, who's just hitting a different gear, and this guy's a prototypical pocket quarterback. Like he can throw the ball, man. Like, he's good. He's been doing this thing for a while now. And he's just got so many weapons. I'm Jared Goff's probably my favorite out of that whole list. And then Caleb Williams is my biggest fade.
Let me pause you for 1 second there, because I gotta respond to one of these at least before you get to someone else. Because you did the braids. Jared Goff last year, it finished top 10 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, which is very nice. I do like that. If you do look at his stats, right, that might have been his best season ever. It was by a lot, by 7 touchdowns, right? So if he goes back to 30 touchdowns, which is kind of maybe, or 32, you lose a little bit there. He did finish 6 and 7 the last 2 years. So I can't argue with you. People are fading him because he lacks, and I said it in the beginning, he's a statue, right? And that is what you're getting. You're getting a Matt Ryan, a stand and deliver, a Joe Flacco, somebody who just stands in the pocket, throws the football. That's it. That's all they do. But like you said, he does it well. I think if you can pair him up with JMO too, you got a little bit of game breaking upside there. If you can get a late round QB, I don't normally do stacks in a play for all of my, redraft leagues. I like it for best ball, obviously, and for you do it for DFS. But in this case, a little JMO stack too. If you got JMO already, I think that makes Goff even more intriguing, personally. So I see it. I'm fading Fields and I'm fading Herbert. Not because
let me ask you something about before we move on about Goff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year's his best season. People are okay. That's the reason people are fading him.
Oh, and he has a really hard schedule. He plays like 11 playoff teams or something like that. Like they go up against a meat grind of a schedule.
Okay. Less turf on the schedule this year. Okay. So is that? I mean, that I think he's being criminally undervalued. I mean, in the BFF scoring system, right? It's not some wild scoring system, couple extra bonuses. He was 4. He had 37 touchdowns. Okay. Had more passing yards than
35 touchdowns again. Like, do you think yes or no? Like, I think that's what it comes down to.
It's the Lions. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, JMO, the new guy. What's his name? Tesla. What's that guy's name? who's a beast.
Tesla.
I mean, they are the Lions. They're going to do their thing, man. I don't see why.
I
It
had
just
Goff a couple years ago, and he won me some games, and then there were a couple duds in there too. But he's been getting better. 291, 300, 335. I mean, that's the trend you want to see.
yeah. I mean, he had 4,629 passing yards in 2024. What? I mean, he balled out. He balled out.
Yeah, he did. He balled out. He got married this year too. Maybe he, figured out the secret of life. I found a wife, happy life, happy wife, all that good stuff. What about Drake Maye? We didn't talk about him yet. Nobody mentioned him. His rushing upside seems to have people tantalized, and I can see why. You've got games with 38, 16, 46, 95, 59. I mean, this guy was RG3 a little bit last year. One of the top rushing quarterbacks. Are you targeting Drake Maye at all?
I'm not targeting him. So it's like, I think with all of these guys, they're just, what's going on in my draft. I mean, Drake Maye, he also is, he's perfect for the zero QB model. So once you've given up and let the first 7 guys go, the Baker, Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, Jayden, Allen, those guys, once they're gone, then you're playing zero QB, and Drake Maye fits. I mean, you can, I'm just a little nervous. I'm not just, you're playing zero QB. So I feel like Goff is safer.
I hear that. Also, though, you've got Travion Henderson as a passing back for Drake Maye.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
You have Stefon Diggs, pink cocaine himself. Upgrade. Another year with Demario Douglas, getting better. I think that this offense can get better. And so I do like Drake Maye late. I like him over Caleb Williams. I do think Caleb Williams will be better. He's flashed so far, but tell me why you're fading him. And then we'll jump to our next round of who we're going to draft.
Man, he to me is Justin Fields without as much upside for fantasy. I am just nervous. Like he probably offers the first or second most boom potential out of all of these guys. But he is someone that I think could also, if there's any first round draft pick that's just gonna just fizzle out and just destroy his career because something isn't clicking with him and the coaches, it's this dude. He just has this vibe to me that I have trepidation when and it could be to my detriment. That's where I'm at. That's how I'm looking at him right now.
Fade at your own risk, people say.
Fade at your own risk.
Yeah, our guy Pat Fitzmaurice, we're playing him. He's in the Bose League, by the way. He said Caleb Williams is a polarizing figure in the fantasy community, depending on who you ask. So I agree with you. He is ups and downs. There's good and bad. And I think if I draft Caleb Williams, I'm drafting Drake Maye next. Or if I draft Caleb Williams, I'm drafting Jared Goff next, which that's not really what I want to do. I'd rather just draft one of them and not 2 of them, right? And I can get back into drafting wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, whatever. So I'm probably going to pass on Caleb this year personally, myself. Just, kind of where I'm at right now. But okay. That was a nice little group of QBs we just dove into. Sometimes you got to talk QB. Ball knowing people know, though, you got to get into wide receivers. And now we're going to talk a group of wide receiver 2 theory specialties, right? Like these are just, Josh Downs and Michael Pittman. One of them's wide receiver 1, one the wide receiver 2. They're being, ECR right there, drafted right there near each other. Godwin's like a wide receiver 3 now because Emeka Buka's way past him. And then we have down here Cooper Kupp. He's a wide receiver 2. Jayden Reed's a wide receiver 2. Anybody else I'm missing as a wide? They seem to all be wide receiver 2s at this point, right? Is
Mhm.
Deebo Samuel is in here? Yeah, Deebo's up here as well. He's at pick 94, so he kind of snuck into the end of the 8th round. So Deebo as well. Tell me who is your top braid, and then who is your second? If you can't get this guy, you're going to go after this next guy. I already think I know who it is. I'm making a prediction, so we'll see.
It's is it start with a D? Is that who you're thinking of?
I mean, you tell me.
Deebo.
Yeah, Deebo is your guy. That was exactly.
Yeah.
Deebo's your boy. There's a lot of fat shaming going on in the industry with Deebo. It's fun to poke fun at him running in the June weather or the May weather, whatever it is. I get it. Terry McLaurin did sign today. Yay. But Deebo still, man, like, he is going to be featured on a lot of feature plays where they're getting him the ball, jet sweeps and things, maybe not line up in the backfield as a running back, but lined up in the slot and other places where they can just do little pitches and little read option. I'm excited for him in this offense with Jayden Daniels. Who do you see anybody else being a close second to him, or is that your guy no matter what?
Yeah, that's my guy no matter what. I mean, I'm interested in who you want between Josh Downs and Michael Pittman.
Man, so this is the thing. I gotta
it's
go
between those two next for me.
So think about this. Upside, right? If you want upside in this, I think you've got to go Josh Downs for just the downfield targets and taking the top off. Michael Pittman's a good possession receiver. Daniel Jones, man, he's not great at he's not great at red zone target. He's not great in general. I'm a little discouraged that
that's why I might like Pittman better.
Yeah. I don't know. I think boom or bust is Josh Downs. He's going to have huge games and then nothing. And then Michael Pittman will have more of a floor, right? So I think you're going ceiling and Josh Downs, floor Michael Pittman. It depends on the build. I think I'm leaning towards Downs. It sounds like you're a Pittman boy.
I think I'm a Pittman guy. Yeah, I think I'll take Pittman over Downs. So I think Pittman is not even that far behind Deebo and where I would draft here because I do think the floor is safe. So, but yeah, I mean, this is the place where we're at rounds 9 through 12. We're drafting the bench. This is the bench. So, sometimes you're looking for upside. Sometimes you're looking for a nice floor because you're trying to plug in somebody if there's an injury. And it just depends where your build is and what you're reaching for. Man, Chris Godwin. I'm definitely nervous. I mean, we have IR spots in our league, but I'm not wasting a draft pick at this point on him. Getting ready for the show and researching, they're saying week 6,
or middle of the season,
or week 10. Like that's not what I want to hear right now. So
bad.
I'll go ahead and fade my man.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm fading him. I'm fading Cooper Kupp. His injuries recently, coming back-to-back years getting injured. I'm fading him. Seattle is going to get JSN the ball a lot. I think he'll outperform maybe his ADP here at wide receiver 47, but I don't want him. I want Tucker Kraft. I want other players.
Yeah, there's just other people around here.
Golden, 100%. I'll take it. There's better players. J.K. Dobbins, just other players. I just don't want him. So no to Cooper Kupp for me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I will take Jayden Reed, but I want to get into the Jayden Reed Matthew Golden thing in a second. That's called a tease, kids. We're gonna wait on that yet. We're not gonna talk about that one yet. We're gonna move down. All right, let's talk about RB upside because here's what's crazy. There's some dead rounds there, like round 6, 7, 8, maybe 7, 8. They're terrible. You get into the later rounds, and all of a sudden there's like, oh, I wish I could have got this guy earlier, or this guy should have been. There's some real upside here with RBs, particularly. And maybe Zach Charbonnet will be up even higher, but the word on the street is Seattle is going to run the football. They've got a good scheme. They're committed to it. They're running 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends. They're gonna push the ball downfield a little bit with JSN, but they're gonna run the ball. And Kenneth Walker is not always completely healthy, and so Zach Charbonnet seems to be this hot item right now. I personally, between Zach, Javonte Williams, and Jordan Mason, I like all three of those guys. I
too.
think I would get all three. We've kind of, coalesced on finding value in running back this year. Who is Zach Charbonnet your guy? Because I know he was last year. You've been on him before me. I learned by watching The Master. I'm ranking these three. I'm going to go Zach first. Then I'm going to go Javonte, and then I'm going to go Jordan. Kind of the way ADP has them, or the way that the rankings here have them. What's your ranking for these three?
Yeah, it's interesting. Javonte's really high in this. I think he's been when I've looked at other sites where he's typically getting drafted. I feel like
He's RB1 now. Yeah,
I know, but for some reason he's just getting devalued so much. This whole Jayden Blue buzz has everybody's caught up in it, and meanwhile he's the starting RB for the Cowboys, and he's going to get the goal line work. So for me, based on those rankings, yeah, I'd probably, I guess, agree with those rankings, but I think Javonte Williams is somebody that you can scoop up. You could even wait. I think he might get missed, and you don't have to worry as much about any type of timeshare stuff.
Yeah, no, I like that. One thing I heard about Jordan Mason that I liked today is that Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason are both just going to have roles on this team, and they're not going to eat into each other. It's not like, oh, we got to watch out. This is cannibal. No, like they're probably going to have, Jordan Mason might take more of the 20s work, between the 20s. He's not a pass catching back necessarily, but he could get some goal line work. Like he's shown he can do it. Aaron Jones is kind of getting older, so you got a young, emerging player, a veteran who you want to keep fresh, 9th year for our guy Aaron Jones. So like you see, this is these are buddies. You know what I mean? Like these are not guys who are trying to take from each other. They're complementing each other. They're both going to score. They're both going to get touchdowns. I like Jordan Mason this year. I think that the Vikings have a good offense. They've shown that over the last couple of years. I'm in. So I might even. I mean, Jordan Mason, he's hot. Like I think people might put Jordan Mason above Javonte Williams at times, just because the Cowboys are kind of nebulous and they've sucked on offense with the football run the last couple of years. So I'm okay with it. I'm not, no problems there. I like Jordan Mason this year, and if one of them gets hurt, man, that backfield is just top 15 RB. I think top 20 for sure if there's an injury. I mean, it just solidifies everything. So I like that. Any other words before we jump to? I think now it is the battle. The battle.
I'll just say it is interesting to me thinking about Javonte versus those other two, because Zach Charbonnet, his value is there based on him being the premier 1B back in the league. He's so good, he could be RB1 on a lot of teams. Unfortunately, he's on the same team as Kenneth Walker, and Kenneth Walker is, absolutely elite.
Dynamite. He's dynamite.
Right. When he's on the field. So people are sort of baking in a 3-game absence, and I don't really like to do that. So it's hard. It's like they're all like very neck and neck. Whereas like Javonte, you go back and you think about the Cowboys last year, and they lose Dak, and then their RB1 and RB2 was Rico Dowdle and Zeke Elliott. Right now, I mean, Javonte, I don't know. I think he's got the most upside out of all of them. So.
Yeah, you know what? He was doo-doo last year in Denver, given the starting role and stuff. He just wasn't good. And so people might be reacting to that. News that he said he's finally feeling good off tearing his ACL in 2022. That was 3 fucking years ago. I thought these guys are Superman, and they just come back right away. Apparently not, which makes more sense in real life. You know what I mean? You just can't get over a nagging injury. So, you're selling me here. You're selling me. Hopefully we're not drafting next to each other in any really important drafts coming up on Saturday at your house at 7:30.
I know, buddy. It's going to be.
You understand how much friction is going to happen.
There could be some cusses. There could be some cusses.
I might not.
Don't be trying to pull no moves on me. Don't be trying to use that psychology.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you something right now. I saw that. That was a cute little thing you sent me. I love those. Like, is he injured? No. Here's the stuff I'm going to pull on you. I'm going to say stuff like, if you don't get.
That's your move.
if you don't get Emeka Egbuka in the 5th round, there's no way he's getting back to you in the 6th round because he's going to go through me to get to you. Stuff like that that's going to be like, fuck, I can't spend a 5th round pick on Emeka Egbuka. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. That's all. I'm just like,
Well, you're definitely going to tilt all our league mates into drafting players for sure.
Oh, I did it last year, and
Yeah.
it was just like, you should do it too with me. Listen, you and I should we should pick players that we hate, both of us, on our just like we should just pick them, and we should coalesce together about who they are, and then we should like pump them up and to be like, dude, don't you get if you and just do a whole. I'll do a Laurel and Hardy thing with you. I'll do an Abbott Costello.
We could do that.
Dude, I would be a great scientist.
We're definitely in all those guys' heads. We're definitely in all their heads.
Oh, yeah. All of them. Yeah, last year we were just dancing on them. It was great. So, all right. Anyway, I like you. You sold me on Javonte Williams. All right, let's do a little tight end shift. Right. I mean, I sold the Matthew Golden. We're gonna come back to it. Don't worry. All right, late round tight end. Now we talked about bully tight end previously, and that bully tight end is when you have a lot of tight ends that you draft in the beginning of your draft. Like you might go tight end, 2nd pick, 3rd pick. You go McBride, Kittle, something that's bully tight end, right? When you pick tight ends later, is that like sissy tight end? Like what is that?
I like it. Sissy
I like
tight end.
Sissy tight end.
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting some sissy tight ends here. But I've been talking to people in the industry, particularly my guy Hutch, who loves him some Tucker Kraft. You've been talking, and I've been talking to Jorge, who loves Tyler Warren. And so there's got to be another tight end hiding around here somewhere. Let me see. Is there another tight end that we can speak of? Dalton Kincaid. Oh, that's not great. All right. Yeah. So some I like, some I don't. Where are you on the Tucker Kraft, Tyler Warren debate?
I don't even hate Dalton Kincaid. And how about this? Sissy tight end is my favorite way to draft. I'm a big sissy tight end guy.
Me too. Those sissies come out to play sometimes.
Yeah. There are these years where this year in particular, I will draft Brock Bowers and Trey McBride in the 2nd round.
Bully tight end, motherfucker.
I'll go hero tight end. I'll never go bully tight end.
So you get either one, not both.
I'll do a hero tight end when the floor is 250, 270, 300 points. Like you can see, depending on your scoring system, what their fantasy outlook for this season, and you got guaranteed 300 points from tight end. That's a major advantage. After that, dude, come on, man. Like. Is Zach Ertz in these rounds? Like, or is he next week's show? Because like
he's later. He's later.
Yeah, I mean, but you can get these guys. All 3 of these guys, to me, we just talked about the wide receiver 2s. I'm passing on all of those guys. Maybe not a couple of them
besides Deebo.
Yeah, maybe I am though, just depending if I need a tight end and I'm just loaded up, I need a quarterback or whatever. I mean, but at a certain point, once you start to fill your roster and you don't have a tight end, here comes Tucker Kraft. Looks great. I mean, just can he get you double-digit points in PPR, right? That's what you're looking for. Somebody who's getting you around 10 points, and then he catches a touchdown some weeks,
7 touchdowns. He does catch them. And he's got 14 yards per reception, and he is like 2nd in yak to maybe only Jesus. I don't know. I listened to Hutch. Hutch was selling me on him, and we did a little draft in Hutch's league. He's Tucker Kraft to the moon. He just loves him, and you can get him late. You can get him in the 9th round, 10th round. I mean, that to me is sissy tight end to the moon. That's how you do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking for a guy that has, and this is another reason why, to me,
that guy. I'm getting that guy. Look at his hair. Look at his stare down, the beady eyes. That motherfucker's coming to juke you out and to run you over.
Mm-hmm. He's also another one of these guys. I'm a little nervous. His ADP is really high and he's a rookie, but now you do have these rookies that they've come here to do this. They've come here to catch the football, and he's apparently one of them. But we just talked about Daniel Jones being the quarterback of that football team.
Well,
So
I will say the good thing about that is that your tight end normally is one of your check downs. He's normally one of your closest guys, and
Right.
Tyler Warren can take the ball and do what he needs to do after.
There's a couple more people though in sissy tight end later that I
that's super sissy tight end.
Yeah,
That's the sissiest.
There's a couple super sissy ones that I think the ADP is pretty high for Tyler Warren, but
yeah, I agree. We're also drafting with a lot of the industry insiders too, who are pumping up home leagues. We'll see. Tyler Warren might not even get drafted right away. He might just kind of fall away.
Yeah.
I think he will be in our.
I will draft him as he gets disregarded.
Yeah, Joe Bond, welcome. We're talking sissy tight end. It's the opposite of bully tight end. It's like late round tight end, right? And these guys are definitely league winners. That's the theme of the show here. So yeah, we didn't touch on Dalton Kincaid. Oh man, he has upside, but people are fading the Kincaid these days.
I think he makes super sissy, right? Like that. We have 4 guys.
I'll wait.
Super sissy.
I'll wait.
We'll come back to him. I'll talk about him.
You'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's Jake Ferguson. That's who I left off here. Yeah, Dalton Kincaid. I like Jake Ferguson too. I mean, I think he is. He's somebody who I'm going to draft. I know they have George Pickens, but you can get him in the 12th round or the 10th, 11th round. Like, this is somebody who, when he's not hurt, he's got some little get up too.
Yep. He's probably my favorite guy around for where he's being valued right now in drafts.
Yeah, he was a little PPR machine 2023, but got a little dinged last year, and the whole offense was a little dinged. So
right. Yeah. That's why the dip it's tantalizing.
The dip, boys. Yeah, okay. I like that. All right. Now finally the tease is done. Why are we drafting Matthew Golden over Jayden Reed? 10 seconds. Go.
I don't know what happened to Jayden Reed. After last season, he got like 40 points per game in the first like 2 or 3 games, and then just fell off a cliff with dropping balls. That whole offense is so weird. Like Green Bay was one of my big people in 2024 that I was just trying to get so many different shares of. He's the only one I want on besides Josh Jacobs, and Jordan Love, I think he'll be an interesting QB2 if you played, sissy QB, right?
Right. Sissy QB. That's good. I like that.
I'll scoop him up as a, to see how he deals with whatever happened to him last year. But Matthew Golden just looks like the dude, and he's the late round guy that you can get so nice and late and can easily be a wide receiver 3 on your team. Just put him in every week.
Yeah. I'm a Matthew Golden guy. I wrote about him for Wide Receiver 2 Theory. And, it's not just like I saw a camp highlight. I watched him on the Browns DBs. I think it was the Browns DBs. It was DBs. It was not his own DBs. It was good DBs, I saw him just wrecking shit. Whoever was against, catching touchdowns, wrecking shit. And I think he's here to play. He's a first-round draft pick. I respect the draft capital. There are breakouts. He's gonna break out. Was it this year, next year? I think Jordan Love, his health, his finger is a big deal. So that's what I'll be talking about the whole time. Man, I can't believe Jordan Love's thumb is still broken. That's what I'll be saying to my draft people on Saturday. Not here on the show. That's not true. We're just going to say it at the draft to mess with our league mates. Because that's what we do. But I'm going Matthew Golden for sure. No to Jayden Reed. I think he'll have boom or bust games, but no, not on my roster. Where I think Golden will have more sustainability, and I think he'll have some big play upside as well. So, okay. All right. We're shifting now. We're getting into the Utes. These are the young quarterbacks who have kind of underperformed, right? The Utes. So I got Jordan Love in this group. I also have got Trevor Lawrence in this group, and then CJ Stroud last year. He underperformed. So kind of all guys who've been regressing. Trevor Lawrence was hurt as well last year too. So I mean that impacted. But CJ Stroud year before had a better season. Jordan Love year before better season. These guys are in a late round QB, kind of like quagmire here. Your Honor, I'm having trouble hearing you. Are you buying into these Utes?
I am, yeah. They're all good to be second QB options. JJ McCarthy is the one I'm least interested here, just because I got to see it, and I know Jordan Love can ball out. I know CJ Stroud can ball out, and I think Trevor Lawrence can ball out. So if you go back and look at Trevor Lawrence, I don't know, the last like 2 years, but especially last year, there's so many it was almost a great play. It just happened again and again and again. And I feel like that's been going on for a while with him. And now he's got a new coach. I just think he's got Travis Hunter on the offense too. To me, he's definitely somebody that I would love. Like I would do Goff, Trevor Lawrence, back to back, and just make sure my sissy QB situation was okay.
That's not a bad sissy QB. A little building the sissy, I'm not against it. I think I might take in out of all of these. I think CJ Stroud is going to have to throw the football. I just think he's going to have to. Their main running back, Joe Mixon, is on the pup. There's their backup running back.
He's not officially on the pup yet.
Okay, he's not. But he's not.
They have till 4:00 tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see. I think he will be, but
Yes.
maybe not. But he's not looking tremendous for the season. His outlook is not tremendous. He's
going to be on the pup. Yeah.
Yes. And then
he might not play. He might be done with football.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, he went from 11th to 18, so you're getting him at 18, and he could perform 11th. Yeah, there you go. So it's 50 points that he did regress. He had all his injured wide receivers last year. He literally had no one to throw to. So they've drafted some players. They signed Christian Kirk. He's a late round flyer. We'll talk about later. So yeah, I do think I like them this year. I want to say Jordan Love, he has the most upside, but are they going to throw the football at all? Are they going to run the football? What are they going to do? What are the Packers going to do? Like they just went heavy Josh Jacobs last year. That's what they did. That's all they did. I understand why. You had a injured from game one, Jordan Love. So we just know if they have the ball and they're going to throw the football, I want Jordan Love. If it's just going to be a repeat of last year, it's just it was gross. And the receivers, they didn't do great. So Tucker Kraft needs to shine. Golden needs to shine. Jacobs needs to shine. They do need to lift Jordan Love up. It does need to be a collaborative effort there. Just
he's got the most upside out of all of them to me.
His weapons just not been great though. Like Wicks drops the ball a bunch too. Like
I know.
Like get your shit together, Green Bay wide receivers. Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I know. There's so many bad.
Thank you, Joe. Breaking news out the first. Yeah. I mean,
okay. Yeah. It's on. They
released it. Right. Yeah. I'm it's not great. JJ McCarthy, I'm not drafting him anywhere. I think he'll be somebody maybe you pick up or something, but he's not going to be. I'm not be drafting. No.
I'm not drafting either. Yeah. But he could ball out. So, but I'm just not going to.
He could, but I think it might be when Addison comes back more so.
Right. You know it's going to be a slow build with him. Kevin O'Connell's a smart man. He's gonna build him.
Yes, he will. All right. Now we have running backs. Give me running backs or give me death, because now there's so many running backs, right? And I like a lot of them too. So listen, I don't know. I'm in love with running backs this year, but you have some real gems in these rounds, right? And this is in the 10th round or so, getting into the 10th round. I'll start with some of these guys. J.K. Dobbins, Ramondre Stevenson, Austin Ekeler, Tank Bigsby, Cam Skadabo, Tyjae Spears, and I don't think he'll stay here, but good old Bill Croskey-Merritt.
Bill Croskey. He can build a snowman out of rain. Bill Croskey.
That was my favorite one. He could make a cactus crown. Ja'Cory Croskey-Merritt. Yeah. But what are you thinking here? Because I don't think Bill's going to be here. I think Bill's going to be way up your draft board.
Well, especially in our home league, we're commanders around here, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes.
Molson, drunk Olsen will do it. I promise you, he will.
Yeah. I mean,
Ryan.
I mean, he's the one I'm probably targeting out of all these guys. I'm with you though. I like all of these guys too. You know, to push back a bit against Bill Croskey, you got Austin Ekeler and you got Chris Rodriguez. So I'm not gonna go crazy going after him. He does
Right.
look
I feel that.
electric. He does look electric, but we'll see.
Hey, how about this? He's already dinged up from that one hit he took on that touchdown.
Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, it
What's
is.
wrong?
Shoulder. Just a little banged up shoulder because he got fucked up. He got hit late too. Wasn't expecting. Yeah. But I think if he's a rookie, he's gonna be dinged. He's gonna miss games. I think you can't put all your eggs in the basket, but I'll be telling people he's hot fire and you better get him in the 5th before I do. That's what I'll be telling my league mates on Saturday. We should record because it's going to be a masterclass in manipulation. I love it. I cannot wait. Being a fancy expert, I remember Jeff Ratcliffe said everyone gets his rankings. Everyone knows his secrets. No one cares about ours. No one listens to us in our fantasy league. They're so dumb. They literally, everybody in our league who could listen to us talk about they could get the whole game plan if they wanted, right? But they do not. Boys, you're sleeping. We're literally giving you see, but instead we're gonna trick you because you don't listen because you're getting dual-lied. So, all right. I out of all these guys here, you tell me that injuries do not happen to anybody. I like Austin Ekeler, but that dude had 2 concussions last year. The floor is yours, sir. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean he's somebody I'm going after because of the PPR work, because he's Austin Ekeler, because he has just already built his own lane as a commander, as a third down PPR back. I'm not worried about him. I like his value here. Again, that offense is going to be, I think, potentially 3 running backs on the field during games. So, but out of all of them, I mean, if you're in a PPR league, he holds a lot of appeal to me, Austin Ekeler.
Yeah, Bill doesn't catch passes, by the way. That's not his thing. So just people who are like, I'm gonna get Bill, I'm gonna get PPR. Okay, well, that's it. That is the Ekeler business. He's got all the receptions. Like that is his gig. If he stays healthy, he could be a league winner in the late rounds because he has top 15 upside. So just saying. Okay. I like Tank Bigsby, but I think they're going to use a bunch of backs down in Jacksonville too. That's the word on the street. Kendra Middleton, other people I follow down there. Shout out Jacksonville Jags, on the street people. I think Tank Bigsby is going to get in there for some goal line work. Last year he came on. At times he had some performances that made you go, getting 23 points, 25 points. So he has some potential. What do you think about the ETN and kind of Tank Bigsby?
Well, Liam Cohen is the coach now, and it's right. What I'm getting is it's going to be 2. So you have Booten or whatever his name is. He's
Booten. I'm just saying. Sounds fun.
He is the guy that could take Tank's spot. But what we saw last year with the Bucks is a Bucky Irving, Rashad White situation, and I think that's how it'll be with ETN and Tank Bigsby. So Tank Bigsby does hold, I think, good value for where he's being drafted because there's enough volume. He's a to me, he's a bench guy that could pop, but it is risky. But I'll draft him around this area if I need a fill-in spot.
Yeah, I think Tank Bigsby, he's a big back. He's a big guy. I think his role is secure. You saw last year he had a couple games, 7 rushing touchdowns. He didn't really do any target work. He wasn't, that wasn't his thing. But he had 7 rushing touchdowns, 2 in each game. Those were the games that he popped and got you 25 points. So if he does that, he's going to do that for anybody. That's special if somebody does that. So in that game, he rushed for 100 yards. Another game, he rushed for 100 yards. So he's got that potential. I remember some of those were longer runs as well. So he can do that. And I like that. I think Tootin will be more after ETN's third down role. I think he'll take more of that, if that makes sense. Like in that he's not going to take Tank. He's not going to come in and take goal line work from Tank. Like that's just not kind of how I think it'll work. So maybe I'm wrong, but this is a 3-headed monster. I think I want Tank out of all of them. Was there anybody else in here? I'm trying to see from that group of players. We got Rashod White. We didn't talk about Rashod White or Tyjae Spears. I like Tyjae Spears. I was targeting him until he got hurt. I'm a little disappointed that he got hurt. So he's not somebody I hate. Are you into Tyjae Spears or Ramondre or JK? Any of those guys you targeting?
Yeah, all these guys to me are worth the draft capital at this point. They're all. I mean, J.K. Dobbins I think offers a lot of upside too. Travion Henderson's got everybody forgetting Ramondre Stevenson was a early round draft pick the last few years. So I'm probably fading him out of everybody just because of him. Travion, but J.K. Dobbins, I think he offers a lot of upside. Rashod White is kind of getting because he got injured. He's getting forgot about.
He's gonna be free.
Yeah, and he's a PPR machine. So he's fine. He's not injured.
That's his role in the offense.
Yeah.
He's the ETN in that offense. He catches the
Yeah.
football. So he's got for PPR. I mean, we're talking PPR. We play PPR. Full PPR, full length, full penetration.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
Double
mess around.
P's.
Double P. Double big 2 P's. And an R, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm with you too. I like it. And if Tyjae Spears heals up, he's being forgotten as well. And so I do like Tony Pollard the first month of the season to kind of do a little eating, but Tyjae is in there. He showed he could do it too. Okay. That was good work there. I like it. Okay. Let's talk some super sissy tight ends. I was trying
I'm excited
talk
for these.
Dalton Kincaid earlier, but he's in the super sissy group. So let's talk super sissy here. And that is what the show sheet says. Mike knows it's true. I'm not, no lies. We got Dalton Kincaid leading off the super sissies. We've got Dallas Goedert. He's in there too. Our guy Colston Loveland, little rookie. And then way down here, we got way down almost at the end, Hunter Henry. He's like near the end of our whole show, Hunter Henry. So any of these boys tantalizing your taste for super sissy?
Colston Loveland. I'm very excited to go sissy tight end this year in lots of drafts and have him be my super sissy tight end. Because the upside is just phenomenal with him. You can get him so late, and just the buzz on this guy, if you're paying attention, is just really tremendous. And Tyler Warren is farther up. You got to spend a little draft capital, and you can wait and get this guy. And you, as we were saying, with tight ends, when you're Caleb, to me, looks like somebody that is gonna be in situations where he's looking for his tight ends. So I just think like this guy is set up, and I think Ben Johnson is really going to create a lot of different looks for this guy. So he's the one to me that's just like, I'm going into most drafts super sissy tight end, and he's going to be one of the guys I'm really targeting.
Well, now that I know that, me too. No, I really do like him as well. I think you like him a little more. People hate Dallas Goedert, but the targets in that offense are so concentrated. I think he's been injured, but that's a hoss. And when he does play, over the course of the last couple of years, tight end 14, 12, 9, so 10. So he has had those finishes before.
He's a fade for me.
He's a fade. Talk about why you're fading Dallas.
I'm fading Goedert. I'm fading Hunter Henry, and I do like Dalton Kincaid at this late round value. But going back to Goedert, it's just that offense, the way that they're structured. Like, if you tell me Devontae Smith's injured or AJ Brown's injured, then I love Dallas
AJ Brown
Goedert.
is injured, by the way. But anyway.
Well, he's expecting to play week 1, right?
Of course. Yes, I know. I just think when he is in there at times, he is boomer bust. Like last year, 12th, 1st, 6th, got hurt. 9th, 11th. I mean, he has upside. I mean, he catches touchdowns at times too. Got a couple touchdowns. So And then the
He's a
target here,
beast.
10,
I think he's a beast.
7, so he does need more consistency. I do agree with you.
You just got to get rid of one of those guys, and then he's an amazing tight end because he's gonna get. But they don't throw the ball enough. They have Saquon. They have an amazing defense. So to me, it's just his role in the pecking order.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say no to Dalton Kincaid. Yes to Dallas Goedert. Yes to Colston Loveland, and no to Hunter Henry. So, we're almost the same, not the exact same. All right. We've got a couple more things to go before we get out of here. All right. Now we have injured wide receivers because there's a bunch of them, and Keon Coleman. So that was a good headline, but that's what we got.
Yeah.
So let's go over some of these injured wide receivers real quick. They include Brandon Aiyuk. And coming off of injury too. So Christian Kirk coming off of an injury. Luther's not in there. Cedric Tillman, he's coming off of an injury. Rashid Shaheed coming off an injury. And then Darnell Mooney as well. He's injured. And then Keon Coleman not injured. So let's start with Keon Coleman since he's not injured. There's been good buzz, but I mean he's pushed way down here. He did not get to run a lot of routes last year. In other positions than the X. He was put out there. He just did not do a great job. But there is opportunity in this offense, and he is improving. Him and Josh Palmer are primarily in the 12, right? In the 12. They're running. Khalil Shakir's more slot, but he'll get in there as well and run with 12. But Keon Coleman on the field a lot. What do you think about him this year? Are you in, out, second year, taking a step up?
Yeah, all these guys to me are people that I'll draft around where they're going. Brandon Aiyuk being the only one I'm nervous about. So just again the injury. So
that mustache too, man. Good Lord, that's like 1972. Brandon Aiyuk, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Keon Coleman, I think, offers the biggest upside. So
that offense, 30 touchdowns last year on the ground, 30 touchdowns in the air.
Yeah, I mean he's the one to me that I'd love if he's around when I could draft him. But I think Darnell Mooney is getting a little bit slept on as well. Just because he's got a banged up shoulder or something like that.
He's
so
hurt.
his draft capital's gone down. But I don't think he's going to be. He might not be ready week 1, but I think he's trending to be ready near week 1, so maybe week 2. And he's not somebody that you would think you would have to start. But man, last year he was somebody like he was somebody that you saw teams. I mean, I remember teams that would have like Drake London and Darnell Mooney and start them both, and they would both be balling out. Like he had big games last year.
Yeah,
so
Cousins was swag surfing to those games.
Yeah. So he's somebody that I'm interested in here as well.
Yeah, I'm fading Aiyuk. Christian Kirk though is getting some good buzz. Bo hates him, but they're gonna throw the football in Houston. They're going to. Because the running game sucks. They're going to have to do it. So I think he's undervalued too. He's not somebody who's going to outperform Nico Collins. I'm not worried about that at all. And they do have Jayden Higgins there too. But I mean, I might go Jayden Higgins over him. But Christian Kirk, not a terrible option. He's been on the field in 12 personnel. That means he's getting the outside, getting the Z. So I'm not against him. I did include Cedric Tillman. He's a little bit later. Please forgive. I didn't mean to add him in there. So, all right. I like that. All right. Let's get to RB Highlander now. There can only be one because you can only draft one. That is how it is. All these guys, to me, it's an easy decision. The last shall be first. The first shall be last. If you know your scriptures, you'll know. Here are our choices right now. One is, where is he at here? Quinshon Judkins. He's for the Cleveland Browns. Has he practiced yet? I don't even know if he's done.
No.
Is he not?
And here's what's crazy. I'm getting ready for the show. Yesterday earlier today I saw a headline that said Quinshon Judkins may consider playing college football again. There's a loophole where he could still play college football. It's like, what? So then I'm like diving into that. And then I just see some report that there's all this optimism now that he's getting ready to sign. So to me, I don't know. He's the guy. Like out of all these guys, I'm gonna roll the dice on him, dude. Like if he's good, the Browns haven't done anything that have indicated that they need to get another running back. Like I think that this is just one of these situations. I mean, he had a legal situation that was hanging over all of this. That's been removed.
He allegedly beat his girlfriend.
Right. That's all been removed. So now it's really just like a Terry McLaurin situation. It's a contract holdout, and I think it's gonna get situated here in the next week. So to me, he's the guy to draft.
Yeah, the DA in Cleveland decided not to press charges. That's what got resolved. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Or in wherever it happened, maybe not in Cleveland, but wherever the situation took place, his hometown. All right. Next, I would say for me, I am fading, and I hate to say this, but I'm fading Najee Harris, and it is definitely because he shot himself in the eye with fireworks.
Yes.
That's 100% why. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm sorry, you shot yourself in the eye. That's bad for football. I don't want that on my team. You got an eye patch on. Good for you. God bless you. That's wild. Like you're playing football, you know? So yeah. I'm out on you, Najee. That's simple. Braylon Allen, he might be on all my teams this year. Like he might be the guy. You asked me who might win you your league, who's in the late rounds. One of these guys, Breece Hall. What I've heard is this is his last year with the Jets, and they're gonna showcase him to trade him or to get rid of him. They're not going. They don't want to wear him out necessarily. You know what I mean? Like they want to offer him out to the world, and they're going to give Braylon Allen some touches. So I want Braylon Allen is like my fix, and I just want a little bit of the fix and some Braylon Allen on the back end of my teams. They're going to run the football a bunch. I know that Justin Fields eats into a little bit of that red zone, but I mean Braylon Allen can beast out from the 15, the 20. He can do it. I like him. He is a man child. So it's also like 11 years old still. I'll be 21. I'm sorry. Been in the NFL for
crazy
longer than me and you've been podcasting, and he's still trying. He's him. So I want him on my team, and that's just what I'm saying. So
100% agree.
Are you on that on board?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then that leaves only Najee with the eye to be faded. So with two for one, I like that. That's good. All right, cool. All right, we're almost done, kids. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for watching the show. We love it. All right, we got two more things to do, and then we're gonna get out of here. If you want and you waited on QB, it's not good. Run for the hills. You're in big trouble. Your team is over now. Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young, Michael Penix Jr., who they keep unintentionally, accidentally writing Michael Penis Jr. It is now the second time it's happened to him, and that is up. I just gotta say, I'm not down with any of that stuff. Clowning on my guy, it's put it right there. Michael Penis Jr. He's like, man, that's just wrong. It's wrong, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, I out of all of them, I am not running from Bryce Young. I think he's somebody that people have forgotten how well he was playing in the second half of the season of 2024. So yeah, man, he's definitely somebody that if I didn't get those first round of backup QBs, to me he's right there with Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud. I would definitely roll the dice on seeing if he continues this major upswing that he's had, because he's somebody that I did not think was long for the league. And I could almost this is what I'm worried about Caleb Williams. I'm worried that he's going to have to go through like a Bryce Young situation where just he has to get humbled. And whatever happened with Bryce Young, he really started to pop at the end of the last year. And so I'm really excited now that they got Tet on the team. He's the only one. The other guys, I don't want him. Michael Penix, so I'll wait and see, but I'm not going to draft him. And
Yeah,
Tua, I'm out.
he's a pickup. You pick him
Yeah,
up.
he's a
He had
pickup.
one good game. He had one good game where you saw Bryce Young had a handful of good games. So,
Right.
yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, we're almost out of here. The next is guys who I probably will never have on my team, but maybe you want them on your team. Brian Robinson Jr. Are you drafting him? People like him actually being
If you have
behind CMC. What do you
he's
think
a
about
handcuff.
that?
Yeah, he's a handcuff. Yeah.
So yes to you. Okay, Ray Davis. Are you in on Ray Davis? Because I hear Ty Johnson's getting the PPR work, which makes Ray Davis just James Cook's shadow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I'm not.
drafted him in a league, so I'm not. I drafted him in the first league we drafted together at the Canton. So
Yeah. I'm not like out, but I'm not in. So he's just.
I hear you.
If I have to, he's somebody that he'll may get cut quick.
He's a cut quick guy.
Yeah, it could be.
All right, and then last but not least, Trey Benson, the backup to James Conner in Arizona.
We're talking handcuffs, baby.
Handcuff your boy. I mean, he did get in. He did get in last year, play a little bit. He didn't do great. He 12 and 10. I mean, it's just not looking good. No. All right. All right. Last three. We're gonna go yay, nay, yay or nay, or hey. We'll go up a little bit. Luther Burden the third, Chicago, drafted by Ben Johnson exclusively to play the slot. What do you think?
Man, they're saying he's behind Olamide Zaccheaus on the depth chart right now.
I heard that right now.
Like what?
Yeah, not great. Rookies don't always assimilate. Not great. Yeah.
Well,
okay, down. Net's a nay. Cedric Tillman coming back from an injury. He got a concussion last year. He was out after week 11, and that was bad. But he was rocking before that. If you want to, I wrote about him in Wide Receiver 2 Theory. If you want to go check out the hardware, he had games after they traded Amari Cooper where he was 10th, 3rd, 12th. That was nice. I like that. So he's Jerry Jeudy's kind of other half. What do you guys think about Cedric Tillman?
He's meh.
He's mid.
Yeah, he's just meh. I'm excited to do next week's show because I think there's guys a little later that I'll reach for past.
I will tell you, Jeff Bell said something about Rashod Bateman today about how him being a potential 1,000-yard wide receiver that got it moving for me in that offense. They signed him to a long-term deal this year. He did get better. I mean, he has games, though, where he doesn't play, right? He gets 139th. Then he's got games where he's 12th or games where he's second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got upside 18, 23, 12, 17. I mean, he's boom or bust. I like Rashod Bateman. I will draft him. Are you drafting Rashod Bateman?
It's possible. I mean, I could see myself fading him for some guys I'm looking for in later rounds, but I could draft him as well.
I'll tell you who I'm fading him for. We'll talk about him next week, though, because he's on the cover probably for the show, and he is. His name is Marvin Mims Jr. He will not be in the 12th round. I will draft him in the 10th. But anyway, we'll be back next week to do our 12 or 13 to sleepers, right? We'll talk sleepers, talk about, the guys we think who might be the first off, or if there's an injury, this is the guy, the handcuff, or whatever, the person you want to have, Rashad Smith in Kansas City, excuse me, just different people that you're thinking of. Like, I want to have this player if something happens, or if this person breaks out. Thornton, Betch, if you're, our guy, Bo. I gotta mention Bo bunch. Love Bo. Haven't seen Bo for a while, so I'm gonna shout out Bo. Shout out Joe Bond, by the way. I saw him peeping in there in the show. And that's just, I'm gonna end it on this real quick before I let Mike end it. But go to fantasysixpack.net. You want to get 10%? Actually, no, 15%. F6P pods to save that 15%. And then also use Fantrax, most customizable free platform that you can use. It gives you opportunities to play college leagues if you are sicko. We know you're out there. With that being said, Collins, get us out of here.
All right. Again. War, pain, heartache, destruction, and snipes to all your league mates in these upcoming drafts. Peace and love everywhere else.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm also going to say, it's going to be great drafting next to you on Saturday at your house, and we will recap that because we're ninjas and we're going to be ninjing against each other. The swords shall be drawn because it's not just talk now. Now it's for real. It's for money. It's for thousands of dollars. So, all right, we'll see you guys next week.
Later.